in witchcraft. You have bowed to the systems of the world. You have bowed. Any of you who are going to Beyonce's concert, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. How dare you call yourself a Christian? I don't care what pastor you got that is okay with it. I don't care what pastor you got that think it's cool. I don't care what pastor you got that singing along to their song. Why you think that man called himself Jehovah? It was short for Jehovah.
I definitely did that to definitely be so clear to cut the cord that I don't want to have anything to do with this person at all. I don't want to work with them.
The pressure is closing in on Beyonce because Erykah Badu just called her out as some kind of Hollywood high priestess. And people are stunned by the folks Beyonce is allegedly linked to on her way to the top. And what makes it even wilder is that Erykah, who openly rocks her own spiritual lane, claims Beyonce's energy is so intense it needed to be exposed. That alone got everyone talking loud. For years, fans believed the clean-cut story Beyonce and her father pushed about pure hard work. But now folks are saying she might have been mixing success with some serious spiritual practices. And honestly, no one was shocked that Erykah was the one speaking up, because their feud has been messy ever since Beyonce was accused of copying Erykah's whole look. Back when Beyonce was doing her Renaissance tour, she wore an outfit that Erykah said was basically a replica of hers. She even posted side-by-side pics and captioned it, I guess I'm everybody's stylist, I'm flattered. So yeah, the relationship between them is far from friendly. And once Erykah heard these new claims about Beyonce's so-called dark behavior, she didn't bother holding back one bit. Plenty of people looked at Erykah sideways when she spoke on Beyonce's alleged witchcraft, especially since anyone who follows Erykah knows she's deep into spiritual work herself. But Erykah claims she uses her practices to guide and protect, while Beyonce is allegedly using hers to tear people down just to stay on top. One of the people tied to these claims is her former drummer, Kimberly Thompson, who accused Beyonce of doing some extreme spiritual stuff behind the scenes during the On the Run 2 tour. Kimberly said that once she walked away from working with Beyonce, things got tense fast. She claimed people were sent to pressure her and try to scare her into staying quiet. Things got so intense that she ended up filing for a restraining order, but according to her, even that didn't stop the situation. Kimberly even said that Solange was involved in that same spiritual chaos, which took the whole thing to another level.
The girl cats. A girl went to court and charged her with extreme witchcraft. She was hypnotized. She was drugged. Beyonce came and she was in there eating on her while she was asleep. Snacking on his people cats. And guess what? They wouldn't give her the restraining order. They just told her to stay away from Beyonce and work for somebody else. Guess what? She's having a hard time finding work too, which is interesting because she's a brilliant musician. She was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music, handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band.
I cannot make this stuff up. Beyonce's ex-drummer of 7 years, she is seeking a restraining order against Beyonce. She's accusing her of dark magic, witchcraft, tapping into her phone bill, and basically controlling her finances, She's saying the Beyonce camp is put up a huge harassment campaign against her, and it's overall witchcraft. She sought a restraining order in the past, it got denied, and she has another one scheduled for October 11th, but the internet is just like, what? Excuse me? And I was just at the Beyonce concert last week in Houston. It was definitely a religious
I definitely did that to definitely be so clear to cut the cord that I don't want to have anything to do with this person at all. I don't want to work with them. I'm even embarrassed that I have worked with them because it's literally shattered everything that I've tried to build after doing that work in my life. I always said when I was a kid, I never would want to regret anything, but this I regret. I regret that we ever worked together because it's turned my life completely upside down. She's not been able to let me go. She's not been able to let me progress into a mature woman and work with other people, build other great entities and statues and trophies that develop in the arts world and music. She's just been a savage, stealing my intellectual property, stealing my ideas, just basically doing anything and everything to damage any type of happiness that I could have had up to current. That be in my own independent career, establishing my own company, my own music, relationships, whether it be business partnerships, personal relationships. So I've had to do a lot of work, a lot of practice of self-love. I know that, I was that kid that grew up and always did the right things and always studied really hard and always did a lot for whoever I was working for and the company. And, that time has come and passed over and over again. And it's just been a nightmare to try to move on and do other things with other people without it getting totally destroyed. The other people I've worked with that have been on a plateau have been paid to fire me. I found this out, and then it just kept happening. So it was a pattern. You get really excited about something, you build.
People were quick to stand with Kimberly, especially after she mentioned Solange, because not long ago, Solange basically exposed herself as someone who works with heavy spiritual symbols. This went down while Nicki Minaj was online calling out Jay-Z for allegedly owing her $200 million. As Nicki kept talking about that money, Solange jumped on Instagram and posted these intense, mysterious statues she works with, and folks said it looked like she was sending Nicki a warning, like, "Stop speaking on my family before I tap into my energy." And whatever message she meant, Nicki definitely caught it, because she went silent right after that post. And remember when Erykah said Beyonce was moving like a high priestess? That idea spread even more thanks to a well-known tea blogger, Storm Monroe. According to him, Beyonce isn't just Queen Bey. He claims she's seen as some kind of Hollywood high priestess with serious spiritual connections. He even said she's linked to a powerful spiritual figure named Hun, someone people online describe as having major influence in that realm. Storm even claimed that back in the day, Madonna was the one running the whole scene as the highest-ranked spiritual figure, but now he says Beyoncé sits at the top, which is why the industry treats her like some kind of royalty. But this is where the rumors take a darker turn, because Storm started suggesting that all that fame and all those trophies supposedly come with heavy spiritual costs, according to the people spreading these stories. Then he dropped the wildest claim. He hinted that folks online were comparing the personalities of Rumi, Sir, and Blue, and using that to push their own theories about Beyonce's spiritual life. Storm said these theories weren't his words, just things he claimed were being whispered around the industry, even though a lot of people feel those kinds of rumors about anyone's kids are way out of line.
Beyonce is a witch. She's a very powerful witch. She's heavy into African spirituality. She is a daughter of, I believe, either a daughter of Onshu or Yemaya. I go back and forth. I feel like it's Oshun though, but if I got it wrong, I got it wrong. But nonetheless, she's a high-ranking witch. Okay, how many people have come out and said, "Hey, shit, my cat started dying. Beyonce did this to me. I saw Beyonce do that." Like this is nothing new. Okay, but you got to understand when it comes to Illuminati, to this industry, one person replaces the other. Madonna's over. Madonna is almost done. And Madonna is a very high-ranking witch. She is a high priestess. That's just pretty much what it is. Of course, the main thing Madonna practices is Kabbalah, but then there's different versions of Kabbalah, just like there's different versions of African spirituality. But then I also believe that in addition to African spirituality, I do believe that Beyonce is into dark magic and black magic as well, her and Jay-Z. And we're just going to leave it at that.
Once Storm dropped that wild claim, the internet did what it always does. It went digging fast. And trust, people started pulling up old interviews that made the whole situation even louder. Believe it or not, Beyonce herself sparked some of these conversations years back when she introduced her famous alter ego, Sasha Fierce. She once said that when she taps into Sasha Fierce, she feels like a whole different force steps in. She even explained that she only lets Sasha take over on stage because she's naturally shy, so performing feels easier when she's in that mode. At first, everyone thought Sasha was just a fun stage persona, but online chatter started twisting it into something deeper, claiming she was letting some spirit energy run the show, even though she always described it as an artistic alter ego. And just when people thought the story couldn't get any more intense, it definitely did. Because one of Beyoncé's former dancers, Khadijah Shari, stepped forward with her own shocking accusations. Khadijah claimed that Beyoncé allegedly had people try to intimidate her and her family after she walked away from working with her, saying it was connected to the spiritual things she believed were happening behind the scenes. Khadijah said the situation shook her so badly that she couldn't stay quiet anymore, and she insisted she had receipts to back up her side of the story. She posted a heated message on Instagram saying, "Are you serious? You called for my child to be sad? You evil witch at Essence. Check on my child, I'm about to blow this through the roof. Beyoncé, you went too far. You gotta be kidding me. I'm the child you off to be a star. You forgot you were only supposed to be a star on the tree? Giving orders of takeout never went with your stardom. When it was happening to me, I kept my mouth shut for my career. Not with my goddaughter, I'll blow your world up." Her words had everybody online stunned. And then there was the moment when prophetess Tiffany Montgomery stood on the pulpit and boldly accused Beyoncé of practicing witchcraft, even breaking down what she called the hidden meaning behind Jay-Z's stage name, plus her own interpretation of why Beyoncé calls her supporters the Bayhive. That pushed the conversation into a whole new level of intensity.
Witchcraft, you have bowed to the systems of the world. You have bowed. Any of you who are going to Beyonce's concert, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. How dare you call yourself a Christian? I don't care what pastor you got that is okay with it. I don't care what pastor you got that think it's cool. I don't care what pastor you got that's singing along to their song because they want some clout. Why you think that man called himself Jehovah? It was short for Jehovah. When a witch has a coven, it's normally a small thing. Witches' covens are normally 3 to 7 people. When it becomes thousands, it's called a hive. Y'all are part of that lady beehive? And you call yourself a Christian? May the dealings of the Lord come upon you. You think this is small stuff. You think you not going to that lady's concert is not an initiation. You think you not going to that concert is not a ritual. You think you not going to concert is not a gate. That entire concert is a gate. How dare you call yourself a Christian?
There's obviously way more happening in the industry than most people realize. And the fact that Erykah, of all people, is the one dropping this kind of tea makes everything feel even more intense. But now I want to know what you think. Do you believe Erykah really exposed Beyoncé's connection to Hun? And do you think any of these claims are tied to how people talk about Rumi and Sir? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.